Hello boys and girls. Alright, so this has been long overdue. So, I promised you guys a video about my exhaust, and for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm on a 2013 Triumph Street Triple R. The exhaust I'm using is the SC Project Conic slip-on. The main characteristic of these exhausts, as you may have heard already, is the popping and crackling that you get sort of around 4,000 RPM down. So let's have a quick listen to that. There you go. It's not terribly loud right now because the bike is cold. I've only got 3 bars on the temperature gauge there. I've not long been off my driveway. So I've recorded some flybys for you and a couple of pop and crackle clips, so I'll throw them in now for you to have a quick listen to. See what you think of that business. Holy shit, a bus. So my thoughts on the exhaust then, as an owner. Now my circumstances have changed. I have a BMW 3 Series now, so I have a car to get around in. So I don't really use the bike for commuting as much as I used to. It's much more of a toy now. I ride it maybe once a week with Badger. So in terms of noise levels, I'm much more tolerant at the moment. The exhaust is extremely loud. You're hearing it now with the bung in. That's in. All the exhaust clips that you watched earlier are with the bung in. Without the bung, it's simply obnoxious. It's way too much to live with. It'll leave your ears ringing. It's not pleasant at all. It makes a nice sound, don't get me wrong, but it is overbearing. It's just madness. Why did I choose the SC Project Conic? Well, I actually was just cruising the internet one day like you do, looking for videos of tips, looking for videos of bikes and exhausts and this kind of thing, just because. And I came across a fella in Germany who has a 13 Street Triple R, and he happens to have an SC Project Conic exhaust, and it was just a video of him cruising through some nice sort of mountainous kind of roads where he lives, and I was just like blown away by the pops and crackles. I was just like, god damn, that sounds amazing. You know, as soon as I was done wanking myself silly, I was like, shit son, I need me some of that action. So I bought one. I don't mind the volume level so much with the bung in. That said, because I'm a firm believer in loud exhaust save lives. I feel horribly uncomfortable on a motorcycle that doesn't make noise. Excuse me. Because it's just, I think, so crucial to your safety. If people know that you're coming, they're much more likely to sit at the junction waiting for you to go past. But yeah, I think this bike sounds beautiful. I absolutely love the sound of the SC Project Conic, and I would definitely recommend it. But for the love of God and for the love of your eardrums, put the fucking bung in. Jesus. So you guys are probably aware that the Triumph triples have just an incredible induction roar. It just sounds beautiful. And I think that the SC Project Conic does a great job of accenting that roar. Fuck me, that's bright. The sounds just go well together. In terms of like pitch, they just match. Alright, fun's over. Residential. I also think that visually the SC Project Conic complements the bike quite well because of the little touch of carbon and the brushed steel. I think matches quite nicely. It's not huge, it doesn't stick out too far, it's kind of just nice and tucked up in there. I just think it looks in place, it fits. So I don't know how much you guys can see, considering the sun is literally right behind the bike. The mounting points are well thought out. I think they fit nicely. There's no bullshit. They attach all the standard points. Standard system has a mount there, which is eliminated. It's literally just this clamp and this bolt here. I had to swap around a bunch of washers and stuff to get the fit on here nice. If I use my little finger, there's a tiny gap. I can't even get in there. Because it's easy to forget, you know, that this is constantly moving. You may well have enough room part of the way, but when the string arm starts to move, it might hit, and you really don't want that to happen. So I had to move around the spaces. Even then, there's not a big gap. But yeah, it's a nice fitting exhaust. Easy installation, takes maybe half an hour, if that, to take off the old one and put the new one on. That's if it's a little bit finicky and fucky, but apart from that, it's perfect. It's a really great system. I like it a lot. It's good.